All right, you decided to deposit your earnings from your summer job in a savings account in the Bank of Gainesville. This is March 15th warm up. You got $4,600, and it compounds monthly, interest rate of 6%. And how long it's going to take you to have, wow, $18,400. Okay, so which formula we're using? Well, wait, the only one we used yesterday, right? So it's big A equals P open parentheses 1 plus 1 over R over N to the NT power, right? So my big A is 18,400. My P is what I started with, right? So I'm at 4,600. My rate, 6%. So I'll write that as 0.06, yes, decimal 0.06. And then my N is how many times it compounds per year. There are how many months in a year? You know it, 12. All right, so I've got 18,400. Oops. 18,400 is equal to 4,600. 1 plus my rate, which is 0.06 divided by N, which is 12, to the 12 times T power. Sorry, it doesn't like when I try to do dots. So I need to start simplifying this. So 0.06 divided by 12. I have a good guess, but I need a calculator. Because everybody should have a calculator, because you should be dividing these all by yourself. Kaylee, I'm looking at you. 18,400. Too many zeros. Equals 4,600. This is 1 plus point. Stop. 0.005 to the 12 times T power. Sorry, my decimal is going to look like giant squiggles because the computer's being ridiculous this morning. So now I'll divide by 4,000, right? So I have 18400 divided by 4,600. That gives me 4 is equal to 1.005 to the 12 times T power, right? We're going to brute force it to death. So we're going to figure out what we can plug in to do our best. So let's say we'll try 5. 1.005 to the 12 times 5th power gives me like 1.34. Okay, so definitely not that guy. I'm going to erase because I need some more space. Lots of more space. All right, he didn't work, so let's try a new one. How about all right, so I did 12 times 20, so 1.005 to the 12 times 20 power. And I got 3.3. So we're getting a little closer, 3.31. So 1.005 to the 12 times 30 power gave me 6. So that's way too big. So let's try something between. Try 25. All right. 1.005 to the 12 times 25 power gave me 4.46. 4.46. So let's go back. something slightly smaller. $23 gave me 3.9. So we're going to 24, which gives me 4.2. So 1.005. 12 times 24th power gives me 4.2. And I just tried 23, so I know it's too small. So my answer is 24 years. All right. So hold on a second. Let's clean this up. So we want to clean up all my guessing and checking. Sorry, I hit pause on the recorder. So we just said it was 24 years. It'll take me 24 years to quadruple my money at 6% interest, compounded monthly. All right, so we've got a new learning target today. We're going to start the graphs. All right, my exponential function is y equals 2 to the x power. And I plug in -3. That gives me 2 to the -3rd. And 2 to the -3rd is 1/8, so it's 1/8. And then 2 to the -2 is 1/4. 2 to the -1 is 1/2. Just remember, negative exponents flip. Remember that when we talk about exponent properties. 2 to the 0 is, oh wait, anything to the 0 is 1. 2 to the first power is 2. 2 squared is, you should know that, 4. And 2 to the 8th is, sorry, I said that totally backwards. 2 to the 3rd is 8. So if I'm at -3, I'm really close to that x-axis. If I'm at -2, I'm really close. If I'm at -1, I'm at 1/2. If I'm at 0, I'm at 1. If I'm at 1, I'm at 2. Sorry, I know that's not showing hardly at all. Anytime I try to draw a dot, it wigs out. And then 3 to the 8, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my exponential function looks like that. If I could draw a smooth curve, because remember exponentials look, that should be my smooth curve, right? That's what my curve should look like instead of this higgledy-piggledy mess over here. All right, so looking at my y-intercept, it's where I cross the y-axis. You're so smart. It's also where x is 0. So my y-intercept is 0, 1. My y-intercept is 0, 1. The asymptote's the line the graph doesn't cross, right? It approaches but never crosses, right? So that is my x-axis, you see? Graph gets really, it's going to get closer and closer and closer and closer, but it's never going to cross it. So that's going to be my asymptote because that's a line I don't cross. We talked about. So my asymptote is going to be y equals 0. Y equals lines cross the y-axis, right? And are horizontal, so y equals 0. X will eventually get all the way out to all these points out here. It just is going to take a while because that exponent's it's going up way faster than it's going out. Domain of exponential functions is, you might want to take a guess, all real numbers. All real numbers. That's a really bad looking all real numbers. And my range is going to be from my asymptote up because this graph goes up. If this graph went down, it would be from my asymptote down. So my range is going to be from, wait, we don't approach 0, so we use parentheses. We don't touch 0 because there's an asymptote. 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity.